I've been painting since I was a child. I've been able to look because my mom saved all my school books and everything like that. I was painting and drawing since I can remember. I would do little tiny miniatures of people, and I could always somehow draw realistically. Painting is just the greatest therapy for me. That's what I do for myself. That's what makes me happy. And in fact, if I'm anywhere and there's even just a pen and ink or a brush and one color, whatever it is, I can't stop. Once I get started, it's very therapeutic. It's very addictive, and just the juices flow. And I absolutely love it. I forget to eat, drink, talk, answer the phone. I mean, I am gone. I'm in another world. I have actually shown here in Stone Harbour 5 times, and the last time I was here was 5 years ago. So there's an enormous amount of brand new art that they'd never seen, and I think they got quite excited by the different themes. So what Kim's done so brilliantly is she's put together groupings of, flowers in vases, of lilies, of seascapes, of open hearts, and I was very thrilled. I came here last night and took a look, and I just went, wow, she's really picked beautiful pieces and hung them so brilliantly that you can actually see where I was, what that collection was about. I am often asked whether, why am I an artist? Why am I a designer? Why am I an actress? Why do I like to dance? Why do I do all these different things? To me, if you look at a lot of my paintings, you'll see there's a lot of dance movement in them. And I tend to dance while I'm painting. So the dance background and the art background, to me, they connect completely. As an actress, you put yourself into different roles. And so I tell different stories with different themes when I paint. And I often paint myself. The only one reason for that is it's very hard for me to say to a model, okay, I want you to do it this way, when actually the emotion that I'm trying to connect with is something that I know that I can feel, that I can play. So after a while I went, why am I getting someone else to do this? Why don't I do it myself? And I'll just hide my face a bit so that the person looking at the painting can put themselves into that moment. And that's really what I do. So to me, they all come out. Of course, designing, I think great design comes from art anyway, from use of color, use of space, use of line. So that is an easy mixture there. My mother was called Mika Frankenberg. Mika Gisberta Johanna Adriana von Schlicht von de Vier de Bont. Before she met my mother, so a rather long name, we'll call her Mika. And she was born in Holland and moved at the age of 20 when she married to Indonesia. She had a very, very abusive and terrible marriage when she was there. And soon after she left that marriage, the war broke out and she was incarcerated for 3.5 years in a Japanese internment camp. While she was there, and when I grew up, later on in life after the war, of course, she couldn't talk too much about it, but she would say to us, my sisters and I, she said, darling, in life there will always be challenges. And when there are, your natural instinct is to close off and not let anyone know. And she said, it'll eat you alive. But if you can accept it, open your heart about it, share with someone else, and in some way help someone, you'll have purpose. And she said, that is the secret in life. Acceptance, having purpose, and giving back. And in whatever way you can, whether it's volunteering or listening or being compassionate or raising funds, whatever it is you can do. And so that's what I grew up with, and that's who my mother was. And so when I came up with the idea of the heart that connected to another heart, I left it open. And I looked at it and I thought, this almost looks like a woman's body. But this really speaks to how I've been able to get over really tough things in my life and move forward. People kept saying to me, you know, how come you can get over that relationship or that tragedy or that near-death experience or that disappointment? How do you do it? You know, a lot of people are grounded and never try again. And I thought, well, I'm going to share my mom's inspiration, and it grew from that. And now it's grown global. And I'm just so proud that my mother's inspiration is something that we can share all over the world. You Have to Give is one of my earliest paintings. An artist pointed out to me that I could actually just randomly tear out bits of newsprint or images or words and just, you know, subconsciously stick them on a piece of paper, set up a vase of flowers that I want to paint, and then just paint right over it. And that the messages of what I was trying to say would come through the painting. And I really wasn't thinking ahead of time about what this painting was going to say, but I found myself ripping out bits of newspaper that actually spoke to something that I hadn't really processed, which was about the fact that I'd survived a near-death experience. And I realized that you have to give. I realized that when I died and I was resuscitated, that the only thing I would have taken with me, or that I would have left behind, was the love I shared and the difference I made. And so that changed my whole life. I realized, okay, that's everything about life. That's the only thing you can actually control, and the only thing that actually matters. So you have to give decision when you're ill, you know, how you decide what you're going to do. Crying is good for you. I think it's incredibly important to cathartically release the fear and the pain and the sadness and whatever it is. I think it's also equally important to laugh. That should have been in there. You know, that's what speaks to me there. I learned that when you die, it doesn't hurt. That I don't know what happens afterwards, and everybody has different beliefs. I really believe that there could be a million different answers to that, but I am not as obsessed about that as I am about living in the present moment. I believe that I can find heaven on earth, and I feel that by sharing love and giving back, that I can find my mission in life and feel that my life was worth it.